how to launch something in your birth or baby business. My name's Anna LaGrange and I am one half of Baba Business, the community membership for birth and baby business owners who want to turn their passion into profit.
Hi, I'm Liz. I'm the other half of Baba Business, and launching is something that we really love to do. So we thought we'd share what our process is, and hopefully inspire you and get you excited to launch something, maybe in a new way that you've never explored before. So where do we usually start? Anna, would you say is when we're thinking?
I just wanted to quickly share where actually a lot of people start, which is just kind of putting something together without a huge amount of thought. Just let's give an example. So let's say you've trained in baby massage, and you're going to start your baby massage classes. Yeah. And then you might just think, right, I've trained now, I know how to run the class, so then I'm just going to make an ad that says baby massage classes at so-and-so Village Hall every Thursday. This is how much it is, done. That is not a launch. That is just kind of one.
That's just tiny, people know.
That's a teeny tiny part of
the launch. People see it. Yeah.
So what we mean by a launch is having a process where you're really going to maximize your chances of people A, knowing what you're doing, B, knowing why it's for them, and then C, having a way that they can book and sort of be brought on that journey with you, because you don't generally just buy something by seeing a poster or an ad once online. It is a bit of a process. So a launch, as scary as it might sound, it really makes a big difference to how well that first class or that first, that offering is going to go.
Yeah, so definitely it's a really good point to kind of distinguish between what is not a great way to launch and now versus what we sort of suggest that you do. So what we always do, first of all, is look at our client, our ideal client. We've done quite a bit of work around this, and even if you've done ideal client work before you do a launch, it's always good to go back and look at it. Does that still feel true to you? You can make any adjustments, etc. And we also always refer to our empathy map as well, which gives us a lot of insights into how our clients are feeling, what they're seeing, what they're hearing. And that really helps us to tune in to what it is that we feel that our ideal clients need from us, really.
Yeah, so we brainstorm our ideal client, and then we think about, okay, what are they hearing other people say? What's going on in their minds? What are they thinking? What is it they're actually doing already? What are their biggest worries? What are their biggest fears? What things have they, got that they need help with? Once we've got that on this empathy map, then we basically refer to that every single time that we're creating a product or service, even a podcast episode. We'll come in and we'll be like, okay, what is it that our audience are thinking about? And we'll add to that empathy map when stuff comes up in the membership, or when we even see things online. If you haven't already got a service, maybe you're not seeing clients, just go into Facebook groups where they hang out. Have a look at the threads on Instagram where they are. Even if you're if you're a mum and you've got mums WhatsApp groups, what are people saying they need help with and they're struggling with? All of that is key information that's going to really help you to connect with them, so that they know that you sort of understand what they're going through. We really do have to understand our clients. We're not stalking them or anything like that. We're just really trying to understand what they're going through. And the chances are you already know this stuff, but it's very, very useful to have it written down on paper, or electronically like we do, so that you've got it there to refer back to when you're creating stuff. There's absolutely no point creating a service that people don't want. It's just a waste of your time. It's a waste of their time, and you're going to be very disappointed when it comes to sharing it if it's not something that they actually want or need in their life.
Definitely.
So that's the ideal client empathy map bit.
And then I think that brings us on to something that we usually recommend that people do when they're thinking of creating a new service, a new offering, or a new business, or even a new freebie, a new lead magnet, is to survey the audience that you already have. So that could be previous clients or current clients, or it could be your audience on Instagram or Facebook, like wherever you and your clients or potential clients hang out. And it's really important to ask them what they want, what they need. And we do this quite regularly. We even did it this week, actually, when we know we're going to create a new freebie. And I had in my head, I was like, oh, we should do this. And you were like, oh, we should do this. And then we came up with like 2 or 3 other suggestions. And our audience basically chose the one that neither of us had come up,
which is nearly always what happens.
So the one that we thought, oh yeah, they'll love that, they need that. No, they didn't want that. They want something else, which is so common, because even you can know your potential clients inside and out. Quite often, you know what they need, but you don't always know what they want. So you want to make sure that you are giving them what they want, something that appeals to them, and then you can lace in what you know that they need throughout that experience, whether it's offering a service or a freebie. So definitely recommend that. We did that at the start of BABA, didn't we, to make sure it was something that people wanted.
We did. It was the start of BABA. I think as well, it's really important to say here, this isn't about throwing the baby out in the bathwater. If you've got, let's go back to this example of a baby massage class. You've got this baby massage class and you go to people and they say, oh, what they're worried about, I don't know, is weaning or sleep or something like that. You don't think, oh God, why did I train in baby massage? I should have become a sleep consultant. Or, or if you've created a course and you're going to run it, it's not about going, oh, that course is no good now. This is really about thinking, okay, well, how does my service help them with that problem? It really does. We know that baby massage is great for infant sleep. So when you're naming your class or when you're marketing your class, you're thinking about, okay, let's really hone in on the sleep benefits of that, or how calm and connected I'm going to feel to my baby when we get to this weaning period, or whatever it is. So it's not about just forgetting what you've learned or what you're putting together. It is about making that connection, isn't it? So that what you offer is connecting to what they need.
Yeah, that's so important. Such a good point. If this is something, excuse me, if this is something that you are creating from scratch, something I think that's really important is that you go through the launching process before you actually create it. So let's say you're creating an online course. It might be baby massage, it might be something else. Make sure that you have actually launched it and you've got the survey results, you've got people's buy-in and interest before you even write it or record it. Because if nobody's going to buy that course from you, then it's just going to sit very sad and lonely in whatever platform you're creating your courses on, etc. So definitely doing the research, getting the buy-in from that audience, and also making sure those sales come through before you actually really take so much time out to record something, for instance. Or if it's something that you're doing live, make sure you've got people signed up before you create the PowerPoint slides or spend however much time that you need to in order to do that, because it can feel so awful to have created this product which you love, which you put so much time and effort into, and nobody wants it. That's can be quite soul destroying.
Yeah, I think you have to have an outline and a rough idea of what you're going to want to do. Maybe obviously the format. So sort of just is it going to be online? Is it going to be in person? Is it going to be a 1-session workshop? Is it going to be a course? And actually, I think it's always good. I'm a big fan of the book Playing Big by Tara Moore. In there, she recommends kind of having almost like a practice session, having a practice something with try something out with some friends, a pilot or what else do we call it, a beta, is put together a version of it, a simplified version, and try it out with a group of people and see how it lands, how it works, and actually more importantly how you feel offering it out. And if that works, then you can be right, now I'm going to put this into a more serious framework and I'm going to actually go and sell it. So there's lots of different ways of doing this, and the ways we're talking about is one, but that is another way, is to just start off with the idea and see how it grows without you putting weeks or even months. I mean, it has taken me months to record parts of the Mindful Breastfeeding School, but that's okay, because it's already a tried and tested product that I knew people wanted, and I was just making adjustments and improving it. and re-recording it. So I know how long it takes to put together an online course. It really does take a long time.
Yeah.
And I would never have put in all that time if I hadn't tested it in a live setting or in a different way. So it is about, just also, that's another way, isn't it, of surveying and testing and seeing how something lands before you put tons of time and effort into putting something together.
Yeah,
so that is sort of like,
definitely.
that's sort of like the creation part. That's not, we haven't really touched on the launch yet. That is a sort of putting the right service or product together for the right people.
Yeah. So when you are preparing to launch, then it's great to have a sales page. I know not everybody within the birth and baby world kind of go down that route, or it depends what they're actually offering. But a sales page can be really quite compelling for people to encourage them to sign up. So the example that Anna used at the beginning of like, I'm launching my new baby massage classes, and just like chucking out a post on Instagram, like where do they go then? Like, do they go into your comments, or do they go to DMs, or where do they get more information? Because we know that people buy based on emotion, and a sales page can really communicate to them the transformation, how this is going to be beneficial to them or their children, their family. And it really encourages them to take that leap to get closer to you, to learn more about you, and then obviously book as well. So a sales page is a great idea. Maybe before that is creating a freebie to warm people up before you actually ask them to book on something.
Yeah, so I think what's key here is thinking about and actually physically mapping out on paper your customer journey. How are people going to, the end point is they book, let's say, we'll just keep coming back to baby massage, but obviously this works for anything. I'm trying to pick something that we don't both do as well, because it's almost easier in a way, otherwise we get too precise.
Into it, yeah.
So, the end point is they book, let's say, a 6-week block of baby massage, okay? That's the end point. So what is the journey leading up to that to get to them? Because I can tell you now, it isn't just seeing one ad. That's not going to be it. There's got to be this whole journey that they're on. So, all the stuff we're talking about now is the launch. The launch is basically that journey towards that end point. So a freebie can be great. So we had a Meta outage this week just gone, obviously last week for when you're listening on Monday. So it was only an afternoon, but it was big, wasn't it? Instagram was down, Facebook was down. Somehow, thank goodness WhatsApp was still going. Otherwise, how would we have all spoken about it in the background? We would have been lost if WhatsApp had gone as well. And that, again, it just brought us back to that same old conversation about, you cannot put all your eggs in that basket. You've got to have other ways of contacting people. So the reason we are big fans of a freebie is because it helps you to gather people's email addresses and stay in touch with people in a way that is not reliant on Meta and their servers and all that stuff. So a freebie, although you may think, oh, that sounds overkill, especially if your business is face to face, but it really is a great way to show people a little bit about what you offer, a bit about you, and then it gives you an opportunity to email them regularly about what you have on. Now, the nice thing about a freebie is it can be like a small portion or a small part of the course or service that you're offering. So if you were going to offer a baby massage course, maybe your freebie would be like 2 baby massage exercises to help with sleep. Let's just go back to the sleep thing. Let's say the main issue that your ideal client has is they're stressed about their baby's sleep. So for that freebie, be like, well, that's what they're really stressed about. Let's put a freebie about that. So I don't know, do you call them movements too? Baby massage movements?
Strokes.
Whatever you call them. I'm not a baby massage. Okay, maybe, yeah. We're not baby massage teachers. So yeah, 2 baby massage strokes or movements that help your baby to sleep. That could be your freebie, and then they gonna sign up. You're gonna get their email. In exchange, you send them to a video that just shows us. So it could be a few minutes. That's just one example. It could be a checklist. It could be the first. If you've got an online,
so many things.
There's so many things. This isn't about creating a freebie. We'll do that as another episode. But that's just one example of how you can could be the first point of their journey. Like, oh yeah, I need that. My baby's really not sleeping, and I'd love to find some ways to support them with sleep. then they've given you their email, they've got something in return, and then they're in that beginning of that journey towards booking that baby massage class with you.
Yeah. And I
That's the
think
first step, and part of that would be a sales page. So they would perhaps get the freebie, and then once they had got the video from you, underneath that in an email you would say, have you thought about coming to massage classes? And then you would send them a link to your sales page.
Yeah, so sometimes it can get a little bit technical, which I know sometimes frightens people when we start using these words like lead magnet, which is just a freebie, sales pages, which is just a page to communicate what you're offering, and then a funnel, which is basically just trying to get as many people in your funnel as possible so that you end up having people buy from you. And then there's also automation as well. So it's great if you can have that automated. So someone signs up for your freebie, they automatically get it sent to them. And then they're in a bit of a nurture sequence, which is essentially just a couple of emails, warming them up. And like Anna said, directing them to the sales page to book onto baby massage classes, or to book onto whatever masterclass or online course or buy whatever online course you are creating. So it can sound technical, but that's essentially all that it is. And once you've done it once, it's so easy to just kind of keep replicating it, because you can copy sales pages, copy automations, you can and just change things so that it reflects whatever the new thing is that you are offering. So try not to be put off by the different steps or the language that's used around this as well.
I think if this is totally new to you, a good place to start with this is something called MailerLite. There is also MailChimp. I started off with MailChimp. I didn't get on with it, but what I've noticed now is MailChimp has made it a lot more visual, very similar to MailerLite. If you're going to go for a free or low-cost emailing software and application for your computer, I would definitely go with something where it's got a visual flow, so you can really see like we were talking about, that visual journey of what your potential clients are actually what the steps are in a visual way. And I know MailerLite definitely does that, and I do believe that MailChimp has moved to a more visual model now, which is good.
Yeah, definitely. And to give people an idea of how successful that a freebie can be, and okay, this is not about freebie, but when we ran our serious birth and baby business bootcamp the last time, the people who had signed up for it were people who had previously had our freebie. And again, we saw that reflected in a subsequent launch as well. So it really does work in terms of helping you to get closer to you, like warming up. Some people are like, oh, that don't like the use of that language, but it just means you're getting closer to each other. They're getting to know you, and if they like what you have to offer, then they're more likely to buy it. So so then let's say so you've got a bit of an automation, you're sharing the sales page with them, so that's great. That's kind of going on in the background. And then on social media, you can keep continuing to promote your freebie. But when you get into your launch period, which, let's say that's kind of 4 to 6 weeks before you launch something brand new, then you want to really be kind of really talking about what it is that you are offering as well, and doing posts about it in your stories, going live, all the things. And quite often I know people feel like, oh, I'm talking about it too much. People must be really bored or really annoyed at what I keep going on about it. But honestly, you know what the algorithms are like. Hardly anybody sees our posts. We need to keep posting it, keep talking about it, using all the different mediums available on like Instagram or Facebook, wherever it is that you're hanging out, because that you have got to really push it to get people to notice and to sign up.
Yeah, and I think sometimes the timelines here scare people there. I have definitely launched something in a much shorter period of time, but ideally you're looking for 4 to 6 weeks before it actually starts. But you don't have to. I think this is the thing where people get confused. You don't have to have everything completed and totally ready before that date.
No.
You can be still creating in the background and making something work during that launch period. I mean, that is, can be a bit of work, but the thing is, once you've launched something once, you can launch, if it works well, you can launch it in the same way again. So it's just really putting time aside in your calendar and really honing in, okay, I'm really going to launch this now, and really focus on it and try and focus on that one thing as best you can in that time, so that you can really get quite obsessive about it. And the more you post about something, the more the Instagram, Facebook are going to share it. And obviously, the more you email someone, the more likely they are going to open that email if it's something they're interested in. And don't forget, they've already told you they're interested in it because they have signed up to your freebie, or you've got your email some way. So they're already interested in what you offer. So don't worry about emailing people lots either. We email people every day pretty much during a launch period, and some days twice a day. And obviously we always give people an option to unsubscribe. Very few people unsubscribe from our emails.
No, they don't. So that's a good sign as well. But even if people do unsubscribe, you just have to take it as, sometimes it means they're not for you, and sometimes it just means that's not their preferred mode of communication. But don't take it personally. Basically, just keep pushing your freebie or your like sign up forms for your sales page.
I think it's worth remembering we've got a very different kind of business when you're working with pregnant or new parents. They're obviously moving through to a next phase quite quickly. So, when people unsubscribe in that world, it's probably like, for me, I know that with Instagram, I lose quite a lot of followers. I have quite a big turnover of followers, and I know that's because people stop breastfeeding.
Yeah.
Then my page isn't relevant to them anymore.
Their interests change.
Yeah. So and in the birth and baby business world, I think there probably is quite a high turnover for that reason. So don't ever let it be something about you or what you're offering. It's going to be about them, the stage that they're in, and what they're needing at that time, which is a good thing. We want people to receive our emails that are actually interested in what we have to offer. So that's it. It's a good process when people unsubscribe. Yeah.
Definitely. And I think, now would probably be a good time to let people know that we are launching something which we're dead excited about. So we have actually got our free Serious Birth and Baby Business Bootcamp coming up in a few weeks' time. We're going to put a link in the show notes so you can sign up to that. It's a completely free experience, which is run over 4 days. It's 3 days where we're focusing on the bootcamp work, which is really about visioning, mission, goals, really kind of creating that business that you want to, bringing it to life. And then we have got an amazing masterclass, which we've just decided the name of. Do you want to share, Anna?
Yeah, we're going to be having on Thursday, the 2nd of May, we're going to have our Rise and Thrive masterclass, which we're really excited about. And that is going to be all about going from those feelings of, I can't do this, I'm not cut out for this, I'm finding working in the birth and baby world really hard, to having a business that is thriving, that you love, that is making profit, just like we've experienced. And we've been there, we've had those feelings, and we know the things that take you from feeling like that to feeling amazing about your business. So we can't wait to share those with you on the masterclass. But I really encourage you to sign up for the whole thing. Liz said it is free. Last time we did it, the energy was amazing. It was just, we had so many people involved. It was just really a fantastic week. And we just can't wait to run it again.
Definitely. So this could be perfect for you if you started the year feeling really hopeful and you've done all of your planning and you'd set your goals, and now here we are in March and you're feeling like things are kind of getting a little bit away from you, you're losing grip of your vision and your goals. Like, come to this, we'll help realign you, we'll help you get on track so that you can feel really good about your business as we go into the next quarter of the year, and just keep on moving and keep on dreaming.
Yeah, so just go below and sign up. We can't wait to see you in April for the Birth and Baby Business Bootcamp.
Yes. See you then. Bye.